Peace, y'all. So, this is about homeschool versus public school. Um, a lot of enlightened beings, a lot of the gods and goddesses are choosing to homeschool their children at this time. So, I just want to talk about homeschool or to not homeschool. It's really a personal choice. Depends on, your living situation, if you're able to homeschool, if it's a good idea for you to homeschool, then yeah, by all means, do that. But I see a lot of um, the jits are being homeschooled. They're just staying at home and they're not being schooled. They are not learning anything. Uh, they're not learning anything that they should be learning, right? So, with my specific situation, when I had my son in 2012, it was planned to homeschool him. But then his dad got into some trouble, so I ended up having to put myself back through school in order to provide for him at that time. And at this time, like I had the garden and I had all of that going so that I could be prepared for what's going on right now. But I decided to let my jit go to school, to public school, for one, because he is like a social butterfly. Like he likes to be out amongst people and he likes to, socialize and see his friends and all of that kind of stuff. So I decided to let him go to public school. So school for him is like social time pretty much, because I teach him everything that he needs to know while he's at home with me. So when he goes to school, he's able to challenge the teachers when they're telling him some bullshit, Because I remember back probably when he was in pre-K or kindergarten, he went to school and told everybody that there was no Santa Claus, that Santa Claus was not real. And his teacher got very angry with him. And she stayed angry with him for a while. But that's okay. He's in the school and he's speaking truth. He teaches his friends about, the chamomile tea and how it helps him to relax his body and sleep instead of like the medications that some parents give their children, to calm them down or to help them sleep or whatever. So he's able to pass on the information that he learns at home and share it with his friends. So then they become enlightened also. And he asked me one day why they don't teach him the stuff in school that I teach him at home. And I had to explain to him because that's certain things they really don't want you to know. And that's kind of my job to make sure that you know that stuff. So even though he goes to public school, he knows about meditation. He knows about alchemy. He knows about metaphysics. He knows about quantum theories. He knows about lucid dreaming. And, he's able to spread that information out amongst his friends. So he's public school and homeschool. And he knows when the teacher's telling him some bullshit, pretty much. And so I think that works best for him, but for some others that might not work. So it's really your choice whether you want to homeschool or if you feel like you are equipped enough to homeschool, then that's really your choice. But if you want to combine them and do both, that's really good too. So that way they get the best of both worlds. They get to go out and experience the world and experience other beings that are not like them. And they get to, form their own conclusions. But I just wanted to talk about that to let people know you don't have to homeschool, and you don't have to feel bad about not homeschooling and feel like, oh, you're not enlightened enough because you're not homeschooling. You can still send your child to public school and teach them what they need to know when they're at home with you. Teach them how to meditate, teach them about why they shouldn't be drinking the fluoride water, or the fluoride toothpaste and all that stuff. Teach them about alchemy, because my son I taught him about the ancestors, and he helps me prepare stuff, the offerings that we put on the altar for the ancestors. And it kind of blew his mind when he's seen it, like, sitting there, and it was not rotting or decaying like normal food would if you leave it sitting out. He now has an understanding of how that works, how it's sitting there, but the ancestors, the spirits, are feeding off of it. So that's why everything looks intact and it still looks fresh. And so that was a major learning lesson for him. And then he can go to school, or when he's out with his friends and they want to know stuff, he's able to relay that information to them and help them get an understanding also. So I think it's a good idea. If you're able to do both, do both. But if you are equipped enough to just homeschool, like you have other children that they can socialize with each other, because they do need that social activity. I would not want to deny him of that at all. So if they have other siblings at home, that works even better, because they can socialize with each other, share information with each other, and just work on different little tasks with each other. They're able to make that work a little bit better. So to homeschool or not to homeschool is your choice, darling. That is the message for today. I hope you all are having a supreme day. Hope you're getting some sunshine, some of this fresh air, and just enjoying the day. I'm sending positive and healing energy your way as always. Peace.